Okay, I should move a little bit because otherwise it's just going to be right back to where I was sitting. This is picking up the pieces part 2. And this is the second part of this. The second paragraph I wrote was that, oh, if you haven't seen this, it's a part 1. That's why I called this a part 2. That might be obvious. Okay, state the obvious, Tom. Makes you look real good here. Okay, I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. Finally, okay, this is the paragraph. It said, finally being honest with myself. Well, as honest as I can be. It said, you cannot mask yourself without knowing why and feel good about yourself. Because the masking is obviously, when you're doing it, you're forcing a behavior. And if you don't know why you're forcing this behavior, you're self-deceiving. It's like, I mean, hopefully you question that, you know, but when you do it from such an early age, you don't question it in the right way, I guess. But you can't have self-confidence if you don't know why you're masking. That's, I think, why it's such a revelation to know that you're on the spectrum. All of a sudden, that barrier of self-confidence and knowing yourself is cut or is broken through. Okay, finish this. This is knowing I'm autistic gave me the why, which is what I basically just stated. This is the first time I've been at peace with my life. In this regards, yes. And that is that's almost the fundamental block of, I mean, if you can't be comfortable with who you are, how can you be comfortable with everything else, you know? I mean, who you are is where everything else is built upon, right? But now I have to untangle the lies, the half-truths, and the truth that were the foundation of my neurotypical life. The quiet voice that called me on to find my neurodiversity was that of morality. A self that could not live with the lies and the self-deceit. I think that's a very, very important thing to say, because there is a undefined force, in a sense. That's how, I mean, I think that's one reason it made it so difficult to know where to look, what to do. I mean, the number of times I was at doctors and counselors and trying, you know, not having words on a feeling. What's morality? You know, I mean, but I think there's a lot of truth to this, and that is, you know, what keeps you on edge, what keeps you going, why am I, you know, I'm uncomfortable doing this. I don't like this. I'm tense. I'm tired. I'm so fatigued. I'm so, just leave me alone. I mean, gosh, boy, this really brings out something in me, doesn't it? I'm so tired. I'm so tired of this. I hit a nerve here. There's a nerve. I'll talk about this nerve. Maybe this all ties into it. One of the things that came out of me when I found I was neurodiverse was a incredible sadness, a mourning level of sadness that still just pops up. It can pop up in seconds. It's like the right, and I'm going to make mental. I want to look into post-traumatic stress disorder, because maybe that's a reaction. Maybe that is a post-traumatic stress reaction. I don't know, but this will be an interesting video to publish here. But there's, oh wow, I'm just really scatterbrained right now. I'm reading my notes here. A self that could not live with the lies and the self-deceit. Deceit. Oh. Oh man. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm trying to look at this. It's okay. Where am I? What is this topic here? Morality of it all. I guess what I was talking about was that there has been all my life some counter force. I guess I'm sort of coming back to what I was talking about, which is, I was flailing, I was crying for help all my life, and I couldn't put my finger on what it was. I was crying, right? I know I mean literally, but maybe internally and emotionally, and yeah. Oh, that I'm really deep. This is hit upon something. That's the part of me I've been trying to get in touch with, in order to let this tension off of it. It's so hard to describe. And yet I can feel it in everybody that talks about it. I can sense it in them. It was a level of emotional distress. I think it's a scar that everybody that is neurodiverse carries to some degree or another. I don't know where else to go with this. Finally being honest with myself. Finding that. It's a terrible, uncomfortable way to live. It really is. I think, and that was the joy or the blessing to me of finding out my autism, is I can have some self-respect again. I can hopefully start to feel what it is you have to block, cover up in order to live the masking neurotypical life. It's hard. It's not comfortable. It feels 100% wrong, and you don't know why you're doing it. You just know that it's not right, and you know that you're not yourself. All right, I'm 10 minutes into this. This is a very interesting video. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but I think it was a very honest video. And I think I said a lot of things that needed to be said that I needed to hear. My cat needs me too. Hey, buddy, I love you. Okay. Love you. Love you. All right. Anyway, I'm going to call this a quits here. All right. Thank you for watching.